Alright guys, this is our overview of our Chapter 10 project. So what we're going to be doing is effectively running the test we did in 10.1. So you're going to need to gather your own data, put the data in a contingency table, and then by hand run the attest, and then conclude the attest, and so forth like that. So probably the hardest part here is going to be setting up your experiment and gathering data and make sure that you have enough data. I am going to require that your contingency table have a minimum of 6 cells in it, meaning it has to be at least 3 by 2 or 2 by 3. You can't do 6 by 1. It needs to have at least 2 in each and then have 6 cells total. More is totally fine, but you need at least that. So, the easiest way to look at breaking this down are things that can be in multiple categories. I know the example we did in class was breaking it down into numerical regions. That is one way of doing it, but another thing you could do is say, are hair colors consistent through males and females, right? So I could say, right, my first row is male, my second row is like female, and then I have, or sorry, my first column is male, my second column is female, then my rows are going to be brown hair, black hair, red hair, blonde hair, stuff like that, and then say, hey, I do my random survey and I get people and I put them in those categories and I look at, hey, where does this match up, right? So that's doing it by category, not by kind of number stuff. Now the thing that you got to watch out for is if one of your cases is very, very rare. So for instance, the hair color case, right? If I do that and I only go and sample 30 people, okay, I'm not going to have enough people in the redhead cell, okay? Purely because I need my expected value to be at least 5. And if I only do 30, the odds of me getting 5 redheads is not really high, right? So I would need to have a much larger sample size until I have an expected value of at least 5. So the way to remedy that is to take larger and larger samples. If it's one of those cases like redheads, which is going to be like you're going to need like 50, maybe even up to 100 people of each of male and female in order to get that expected value of 5, then you might want to look into, right, can I combine multiple categories? So could I do black hair, brown hair, and then other, right? So that's kind of me taking blonde and redhead and putting them together, right? So you'll see those miscellaneous type categories. Only do that if you're having multiple really small cases. You never want your miscellaneous or your other category to be one of your largest categories. So like I wouldn't want to do blonde, black, and then other, right? Because throwing in brown and red and all the colors, that's way too much. So use it sparingly and try and only use it when you really need to. I don't expect you to be going out and getting hundreds upon hundreds of data points purely for that, but there you go. Also, you can get this data either via a survey if you want, or you can go and collect it online like we've done in the past. You can do it by observation, whatever method you want to use. Just again, try and ensure that it is random and that you get it from 2 different groups and then putting them into those different categories. Run the same test from 10.1. You should have all of those notes on that. You're going to be running that. You can do it all by hand. I know that we do have that method of doing it on a calculator, but I'm going to ask that you do this one entirely by hand, and then this is going to be turned in as you've done with all of your other projects, and it is due next Thursday, the 29th of April. I will give you guys next week to work on that in class, but I want to give you that head start now for your day off. So I'll talk to you guys next time.